So class is going to go ahead and be recorded, and I'll stop it then, and I can always send out the email link. Go ahead and sit in your easy seat, whatever that looks like for you. If your knees are bugging you, you can put your legs straight out in front of you. You can sit crisscross applesauce. However it feels like for your hips and legs today. Sitting your spine up straight and tall, grounding into your sits bones. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and relax them down. If you want, you can close your eyes. Take a long, slow, deep breath in and slowly let it out. Another deep breath in and out. Continue focusing on your breath for a few more moments. Filling your chest and your belly. And as you exhale, letting it completely go. Take one more long, slow, deep breath in. Slowly exhaling it out. Seated cat-cow, hands are to your knees. Sit up straight and tall, deep breath in. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin for cat. Inhale, pull your chest forward. Lift your gaze, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. One last round. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Come back to neutral. Hands are back to still on your knees. Neck circles. Drop your chin to your chest. Then with all the focus on the tip of your nose, you're going to draw a big giant circle. Lean your head to the side. Tilt your head back. Lean your head to the other side and chin back down. Go as fast or as slow as you feel. If you need to stop and stretch in one spot, feel free and then continue on. Ignore all the crunching and cracking you might hear. When you get down to the bottom, you'll stop and switch directions. Again, when you get to the bottom, you'll stop. Lift your head up. Take a slow, deep breath in. Exhale out. Shoulder rolls. Keeping your hands on your knees again, you're going to scrunch your shoulders up towards your ears. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Relax your shoulders down. Roll them forward. Up, back, down. Roll them forward. Squeeze up. Squeeze blades together. Relax down. One more time. Forward, up, back, down. We're going to reverse direction. So squeeze your shoulder blades back, lift them up, roll them forward, and relax them down. Back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down. One last set. Squeeze back, roll up, roll forward, and relax down. Take your arms out to cactus. So you got 90 degrees bent at your elbows, arms or your biceps are parallel to the ground, palms are facing forward. We're going to be squeezing our hands together. So this is our inhale position. So you'll inhale, you'll open up. Now right now your arms are probably out to the side. When we go and inhale, open, I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together to try and open your chest up more. Your exhale will be bringing your hands together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands together. Inhale, open. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Last set. Inhale, open. Hold them there and keep breathing. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, relaxing your shoulders down from your ears. Take one more breath here. We're gonna move right into the next pose. So inhale your arms up, hands together. Clasp your fingers together, point your index fingers, thumbs are together. It's the Charlie Angels. Hand this column. And then we're gonna reach to the side. So lifting your arms up, exhale towards the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. One more time. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale center. Release your hands and exhale your arms down. All right, chest opener. We're gonna take our hands behind us. Fingers can be pointed towards you, they can be pointed away from you. You're gonna try to walk your fingers as close together. If you can get your pinkies touching, depends on the range of motion in your shoulders, how tight they are, how wide you can spread your fingers, all that stuff. So you wanna squeeze your shoulder blades together, lifting your chin up just a little bit. Unless you have neck issues, then you can keep your head forward, you can tuck your chin down, whatever is the most comfortable. But roll your shoulders back, open that chest up, and take a few breaths here. Take one more deep breath. And then come up onto your fingertips to walk yourself forward so you're sitting straight up. Stir the pot. Take your hands to your knees. Sit up straight and tall. Relax your shoulders from your ears. And we're going to round our back and then start scraping the edges as you make your spine go round in a circle. As big of a circle as you want to make, as fast as you want to go. And again, if you find a spot that you need an extra little stretch, you can stop and then continue on. When you get to the back, stop, switch directions. And again, when you get to the back, you'll stop, straighten up. We're gonna go ahead and make our way to our tabletop, to our hands and knees. Remember, if you've got knee issues, you can put a pad down, you can fold your mat in half. Fingers are spread wide. Wrist, elbows, shoulders in a line. Knees directly under your hips. Flat back. We're gonna do fire hydrant, putting your weight into your left knee. You're gonna lift your right leg out to the side like you're watering a fire hydrant, and then make a giant circle, working on getting that hip rotating. If this bothers your knees too much, you can always sit down on your bottom, lean back a little bit, and just work on getting your hip to get some circles. Okay, whichever option works for you. And once you reach down to the bottom, you'll stop, switch directions. So you get that hip going in both directions. And after your next circle, stop, bring that knee down. Get your tabletop set again, left side. Lift your leg out, rotate around in a big giant circle. And when you get down to the bottom, you'll stop, switch directions. And bring it back down. All right, we're gonna thread the needle. So again, you have two different options. So if you're doing the seated version, you can just sit with however your legs are, and you'll cross one arm over when we go to thread it through, okay? So if you're doing the knee version, plant your left hand down, take your right hand, inhale, sweep it up, exhale, thread it on through, come down onto your shoulder. If you're doing the seated version, reach your right arm over, left arm's gonna come up. You can hold it with your hand, you can hold it with your elbow and stretch it across. Take one more deep breath here. And go ahead and come back to center. Again, if you're in tabletop, plant down into your right hand. You're gonna inhale, sweep your left arm up. Exhale, thread it on through, coming down onto your shoulder. If you're doing the seated version, left arm reaches across, right arm holds it. Take one more deep breath. And go ahead and come back to center. All right, for those of you who are doing the seating version, we do need to make our way towards tabletop because we're gonna go to downward dog. All right, so those of you in tabletop, you're gonna curl your toes, lift your hips, push back, come into down dog. Take your dog for a little bit of a walk, stretching one side and then the other, pedaling those feet back and forth. Push into your hands, lift your hips. Try to take some of the weight off your hands, push it towards your feet. Drop both heels towards the ground. It's okay if they don't touch. We're gonna do a little bit of an exercise here for your toes and for your heels and your calves. In down dog, we're gonna come up onto our tiptoes and then let our heels come down towards the ground. Up to your tiptoes, heels down. One more time. Tiptoes and heels towards the ground. Walk your feet towards your hands, coming into forward fold. So if you can't reach the floor and your hands are just at your shins, that's okay. If this bothers your lower back, bend your knees. It's more important that this is a lower back stretch than it is stretching your tight hamstrings. Place your hands underneath your kneecaps, flatten your back out, come into half lift. So arms are straight, back is flat. Take a breath or two here. And exhale back down into forward fold, reaching your hands towards the ground. Take one more deep breath. Sweep your hands out to the side, standing all the way up. Deep breath in, hands come together. Exhale down over your heart. In mountain pose, ground your feet into the ground. Lift your toes, rock your feet side to side. Tighten your quads. Tuck your tail feathers down. Relax your shoulders from your ears. Hands can face forward or palms can face your sides. Chin's parallel to the ground, and there's a string out the crown of your head, lengthening your spine. If you feel comfortable enough, you can close your eyes and take a breath or two here. If this has balance issues for you, you can keep your eyes open. Take one more slow, deep breath in. Exit out slowly. Inhale, sweep your arms up, reach for the sky, lengthen your spine. Exhale, swan dive forward, bending at your hips. If you need to, bend your knees slightly, coming down into forward fold. We're gonna change this just a little bit into hand to big toe. So if you can't reach your toes, just stay with your forward fold. Hands are on your shins. Actually, move your hands to the outside. So I'll turn just so you can see it. So you'll be hands towards the outside of your legs. Elbows are pointed out if you can't reach your toes. Okay, if you can reach your toes, you take your index finger, middle finger, reach in between your big toe. Elbows come out to the side and you kind of pull yourself down. So this one's called big toe because you're holding on to your big toe. It's a little bit different than forward fold. If this one doesn't feel right for you today, stay with a forward fold. Again, lower back, make sure you bend your knees if your hamstrings and lower back are bugging you. Take one more deep breath here. If your fingers are on your toes, go ahead and release those. To come up, you're going to slowly drag your hands along your legs as you roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head is the last thing to come up. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and relax your arms down. Go ahead and come up to the top of your mat. We're going to put 4 poses together and kind of a little bit of a flow. So we'll work one side and then we'll go through and repeat it, do the same thing on the other side. Grounding your feet. Make sure your feet are hip width apart. Hands come to your hips. Tuck your tail feathers in, roll your shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, step your left foot back, a big, good size step back, and then pivot your foot so it's parallel to the end of your mat. This should be a pretty wide stance. Front foot, toes are pointed forward, leg is straight. Take your arms out to T. We're going to go into triangle. Front hand, somebody's pulling you forward, so you're hinging at your hips. And then you're gonna pivot down, reaching your front hand down towards your shin or towards the floor. Left hand's gonna go towards the ceiling. Remember on this one, there's an invisible wall behind you, so your shoulders should be touching. It's more important that you've got your shoulders stacked over top of your knee and your hips all in a line, not that your shoulders rotated forward. So if you don't go down very far, that's okay. I don't want you to go down so far that your shoulder comes and it's not in the same line as your leg and your hips. Take one more deep breath here. Inhale your arms back up to T. Lunge into that front knee, double checking that your knee does not go past your ankle. So if it goes too far, you need to wiggle that back foot back so that your knee is straight over top of your ankle. If your knee is back a little bit, that's fine. It's if it goes too far forward, it puts too much pressure on your knee. Gaze is out towards your front fingertips. Shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. Tail feathers tucked. Warrior two. You can take a look back at your back hand to see if it's really where you think it is. It should be in a straight line from your front arm. And then make sure you're still breathing. Take one more deep breath here. Your right forearm's gonna come down onto your right thigh. Left hand's gonna reach up towards the ceiling. And then if you want, you can extend it all the way over, reaching towards the front, palm facing towards the ground. Right palm should be facing up. Still lunged into that front knee. Lift your toes on both feet. Make sure you're not shoving them into the ground. Tail feathers should be tucked. Your left foot, you should feel that pressure towards your pinky side of your foot, not rounding it up into the ball of your big toe. Take one more deep breath here. To move into the next pose, we're going to rotate both hands down to frame that front foot. Back foot's going to pivot and be on your tiptoes. So you're reaching down towards the ground into that high lunge. All right, you have the option. You can drop down onto your back knee, coming into a supported high lunge. But if your knee is really bugging you, you can leave that leg up. We're gonna straighten the front leg. So if this is too much, you can always have it where they're not too far apart, and you can have your hand on your front shin. Okay, so you've got a couple options. You can be down on your knee, straighten your front leg, or you can have both legs straight, hands to your shin. Lift your toes on your front foot. Lift your toes on your back foot. Let them both come down to the ground. Hands come back down to the ground of your mat. Bend your front knee if you can't reach it. And again, if you were down on the ground, hands are back down. We're gonna lift that back leg up. Slide your right foot to meet your left foot to come into down dog. Take a breath here. Remember, pushing your hips up towards the ceiling. Take one more breath. Walk your feet towards your hands, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out, coming all the way up, hands come together. Exhale down over your heart. All right, we're gonna repeat the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna turn around just so I can keep seeing you guys in the camera. So again, coming to the top of your mat, hands to your hips, ground into your feet, lifting your toes, getting that settled. Tuck your tail feathers, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Big step back with your right foot. Pivot so it's parallel to the end of your mat. Front leg stays straight, so left leg is straight. Toes are pointed towards the front. Arms come out to T. Tuck your tail feathers in. Reach through your fingertips. Going into triangle. Somebody's pulling that front arm. Pivot down. Right hand towards the sky. Left hand either on your thigh, down onto your shin. But your back is along an invisible wall. So you've got your shoulders should be over your knee, and your hips are in the same plane as your shoulders and your knee. Inhale your arms back up to T. Lunge into that front knee. Warrior two. Relax shoulders away from your ears. Tuck your tail feathers. Again, you can look back at your back hand to make sure it's where you think it is. Take one more breath here. We're going to windmill our hands down next to our framing our front foot, back foot pivots onto onto your tiptoes. So we're in that high lunge again. All right, we're back to our options. You can straighten your front leg, coming up. If you can't reach the floor, you can come onto your shin, or you can drop down onto your back knee and straighten your front leg. All depends on what your body is calling for today. Make sure you're breathing slow breaths in and out. If you can, reach the floor, put your hands on the floor, lunge into that front knee. So if you're on your back knee, lift up onto your tiptoes, coming back into that runner's lunge. And again, if you're on your runner's lunge and your hands are up, we're gonna plant our hands, slide our left foot back to meet our right foot, coming into down dog. Take one more deep breath here. This time we're going to walk our hands back towards our feet, coming into forward fold. Take a breath here. Inhale, sweep your hands out to the side, reaching all the way up. Hands come together, exhale down over your heart. So you should be at the back of your mat if we've done this right. Hands to hips. Left foot, take a regular size step forward. Your back foot, you're gonna pivot your heel in just a little bit, so it's pointing towards the front corner, well, the back corner of your mat. Lunge into your front knee. And here you might need to do a little wiggling to make sure you've got that knee doesn't go past your ankle and you've got a good base. If you're finding that you're really wobbly, you can take your feet a little bit wider. Once you've got your legs balanced, you're gonna take your hands, clasp them behind your back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, opening up your chest. Deep breath in. Exhale, hinge at your hips, bringing your belly down towards your thigh, coming as close as you can. Lift your arms up off your chest or off your back. Chest can come down to your thigh if you can reach it. Arms can come up as high as you can. So if you can only come down this far, that's fine. Do what works for your body. Humble warrior. Take one more breath. To come out, somebody's pulling on your hands to lift you up, push into that front foot, lifting your torso up. Release your hands. Take your hands to your hips. Big step forward. So you're just switching, making your front foot go to the front. Okay? Lunge into your front knee. Back foot pivots in just that little bit. Again, you might have to change your stance just a little bit, getting your bottom half settled. Hands are on your hips. Release your hands, clasp them behind your back. Take a deep breath in, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, hinge at your hips, coming down, belly reaching towards your thigh, arms are lifted off your back. Take one more deep breath. To come out, somebody's pulling those hands, lifting you up. Release your hands, hands come to your hips. Left foot steps forward to meet your right foot. All right, we're gonna go into our next balance pose. So you want to be at the top of your mat for this one. this is warrior 3. And we don't normally do this one, so there's a bunch of different choices for you to be able to get to. Start out with your feet parallel, hip width apart, ground into your toes, tuck your tail feathers in. So we'll start out getting for mountain pose. All right, here's your options. We're gonna put all our weight into our left foot. We're gonna start with the right foot. You're gonna slowly lift your right foot back. It might come only a couple inches off the ground, and you might say, you know what, that's good enough for my balance for today. But what I want you to do is start leaning forward, lifting that back leg out until you can try and get it as flat and straight out as you can. You can keep your hands on your hips. You can take your hands out to T, or you can bring them forward. So again, if this is all that you're going to get today, lifting it up, then that's all that your warrior 3 is. If you're not very high and you want your arms out or your arms in front, whatever works to help balance you, okay? Double check that your left knee is soft a little bit so you're not straight and locking it out, and that you're still breathing. Take one more deep breath. Hands come back to your hips if you moved them, and bring your right foot down. Give it a little bit of a shake out. All right, ground into your right foot, getting that one all settled. Hands are on your hips, left foot's gonna come off. And again, you might find one side's easier than the other, so it might be the first side you get higher, or you might have not been able to get as high. Whatever works for whichever side. Right knee is a little bit soft, a little bit bent. Hands can be at your hips, they can be out at T, or they can be reaching forward. And you might find that you have to move your arms or move your leg partway during the pose, and that's okay. Take one more breath here. Bring your hands back to your hips if you had them out, and slowly come back to your left foot on the ground. All right, I'm gonna turn and face you. We're gonna have our hands up towards our waist rather than on our hips. Okay, so a little bit higher. Hip circles, not one we normally do, but I just want to stretch them out a little bit different. So you're just gonna start to make some big circles with your hips, reaching your bottom out to the side, pelvis forward, going again as fast or as slow as you want. If you find a spot you're like, oh, that needs a good stretch, stretch there for a second and then keep going. And when you get to the back, you're going to stop and switch directions. You always want to make sure that when we do something on the left or on the right, or counterclockwise and clockwise, that we want to do both directions. Remember, if you find a spot that needs a good stretch, you can say, oh, that feels good, stretch it, and then keep going. And go ahead and bring it back up to standing. Little bit of balance on this next one. We're just going to do some ankle circles. So if you need to grab onto something to hold on with a fingertip, you can, or you can try and balance. Keeping your hands on your hips, we're going to bend our right knee at a 45, and then you're just going to start making circles with your ankle. So it's a little bit of a balance to keep your on one foot, and then you're trying to focus on making circles. So after you've done a few circles in one direction with your ankle, make sure you go in the other direction. And bring your leg down. Give it a shake out. Other side. Weight in your right foot. Lift your left leg up. Make circles with your ankle. Switch directions. And bring it down. Make your way down to the floor, sitting so that you've got legs out in front of you. Feet are hip width apart, toes are towards the ceiling, sits bones are grounded, shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. Inhale, sweep your arms up, reach for the sky, hinge at your hips, exhale, fold forward, reaching down for your toes. If your hands make it to your shins, and that's it, your ankles, the soles of your feet, however far you can reach. Remember again, if your lower back is straining, bend your knees to release that pressure. You can tilt your head side to side a little bit while we're here. Or you can keep it still. Long, slow breaths in and out. Take one more deep breath. Inhale, sweep your arms up, reaching for the sky. Exhale your arms down. To go into boat next, you've got a couple options. Well, first we're going to bend our knees, bringing our feet flat on the floor, knees are bent. Okay, you can lean back, lift your legs out, hold on to your thighs. You can put your hands down on the back and just do half boat. You can do boat with your arms out. You can even straighten your legs and get boat. Remember, you don't want to have a rounded back. You want to have your back as straight as you can. So if you're not going to be up very far, you want to keep that flat back, not have it rounded. So whatever your boat looks like. Deep breaths in and out. Working those lower abdominals. One more deep breath. And then rock forward, feet coming down. Pull your belly towards your chest. So if your hands are under your thighs, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath in and let it out. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and relax back to straight. Make your way onto your back. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. So you're going to walk yourself down. You're going to slide your knees in as close to your cheeks as is comfortable. So if your knees are bothering you, your feet can be out farther. You want your feet about hip width apart. Hands are down to the side, palms down. Going into bridge, we're going to take a deep breath in and let it out. Next inhale, you're going to inhale, lift your hips, push your shins towards your toes. Pressure should be in your shoulders, the back of your head, not your neck. And keep breathing. One more deep breath. And slowly lower your hips down. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Give a tight hug. If you lifted your head, put that back down. Keep your knees bent, but release your arms, taking them out to T or to cactus, whatever's comfortable. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let your knees drift off to the right, getting a little easy twist. Your knees may separate, they may or may not touch the ground. Make sure your shoulders are still both firmly planted. Take a deep breath. On your next inhale, inhale your legs back to center. And exhale, let them drift to the left. Shoulders on the ground, knees separate, may not. They may stay together, they may or may not touch the ground. One more deep breath. Next inhale, back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. And if there's any last pose that you need to do before we go into Shavasana, if you need to do a little happy baby, the little legs up the wall, whatever you need to do to get yourself ready for going into Shavasana. If you need to do another twist, whatever works for you. Then as you get yourself all settled and ready, hopefully you're lying down now, body's relaxed, whatever position you chose for Shavasana. Letting your body feel the mat wherever it's touching. Take a slow, deep breath in. As you exhale out, let all the tension go. Relax the top of your head, your forehead, your ears, the back of your head. Relax your cheeks, your chin. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Relax your throat, your neck. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, your head becomes heavy and relaxed. Relax your shoulders, your chest, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms of your hands, and your fingers. Take a slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, your arms become heavy and relaxed. Once again, relax your shoulders, your chest, upper back, mid back, belly, lower back, and hips. Slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, your torso becomes heavy and relaxed. Once more, relax your hips, your thighs, your knees, your shins and calves. Relax your ankles, the tops of your feet, the soles of your feet, and your toes. Take a slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, your legs become heavy and relaxed. On your next long, slow, deep breath in, you're going to inhale all the tension left in your body. And with the next exhale, release it out. You are totally and completely relaxed.
It's hard for me the courage of stars before you left. How light carries on endlessly, even after death. With shortness of breath, you explain the infinite. How rare and beautiful it is to even exist. I couldn't help but ask you to say it all again. I tried to write it down, but I could never find the pen. I'd give anything to hear you say it one more time. That the universe was made just to be seen by my eyes. I couldn't help but ask you to say it all again. I tried to write it down, but I could never find it. I'd give anything to hear you say it one more time. That the universe was made just to be seen by my eyes. The shortness of breath, exist.
Take a slow, deep breath in and exhale it out. Wiggle your fingers, point and flex your toes, waking your body up one small movement at a time. Squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears and relax them away. Wiggle your hips side to side. Maybe a big overhead stretch, reaching through your fingers, pointing through your toes. Or maybe just curling into a ball, pulling your knees in towards your chest. Whatever your body calls for to slowly wake itself up. Take a slow, deep breath in and let it out. One more deep breath in. Slowly exhale it out. Slowly making your way back up to a seated position. As we finish off class today, the quote that I found for yourself is by Rumi. He says, "Let yourself be drawn by the strange pull of what you love. It will not lead you astray." So I thank you very much for coming and practicing with me today. I hope you have a wonderful, maybe sunshiny, maybe rainy and cloudy day. Namaste.